Hello. Morning, Zen. How are you doing?
Good.
Okay,
How are you?
Morning, Kia. Hi, Ege. And I was just jumping on as well. Great. Have you got a racket and a ball? If you do, let's start with some bounces on the racket.
I forgot it. Can I go again?
Yeah, go grab it. Go grab it. Ball and racket. Let's start with a few bounces on the racket to get started. All right. All right.
And your balls? Yeah.
More. We've got. Oh, Ira dropped out and dropping in. Marley's coming in. All right. Morning, Ira. Have you got your racket with you this morning?
Yes, I got my racket.
You want to start with a few bounces?
Okay.
And Marley, when you're ready, we're going to start with a few bounces on the racket, a few forehands, a few backhands, maybe a bit of a grip shuffle as well. So whilst bouncing, see if you can shuffle your grip up to the throat of the racket and then shuffle it back down to the right, to the edge, the bottom of the grip. Okay. All right. Good stuff. A few bounces on the racket. Good stuff. Great. Let's see if you can whilst bouncing, guys, can you catch the ball on the racket so that where's my racket? Okay, cool. So that when you're bouncing the ball, you tap it up and then you catch it without any bounces. So if you were to tap it up and catch it, there'd be bounces. If you try and scoop it down as you kind of hook your racket down and catch it without any bounces. So bounce it up and then try and land that ball on the racket without it having any bounces. Let's give that a go. It's a little bit of a challenge. Good. You need to curve your racket slightly one side.
This is easy.
Good, guys. All right, let's stop there. Let's can you all come closer to the cameras and just pop your mics on for a second, just so we can say hello. How's everyone's first week back at school after half term been? Kia, you look like it's affected you.
I think the half term was too short, but
Bit short. Are all the Zoom lessons taking their toll?
yeah.
Yeah. Is it nice to be back, Ira?
Yes.
Good. Very good. And we have a date for potentially going back to school, don't we?
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that?
It's good.
Good.
Yeah.
You're not pleased about it, Ira? You'd rather stay at home, would you? Okay. Marley, what about you, mate?
I'd rather stay at home.
You'd rather stay at home as well?
I've already isolated twice because people in my class have gotten COVID. I can't be bothered to do it again.
Yeah. Just, yeah.
The
But
climate
forever, Marley?
is isn't it?
Just stay at home forever then?
No, I think they're being way too nice, the government. Like, I understand people want to get out and do stuff, but like, it's just going to be an ever-going circle. Like, something bad happens, we isolate, they let us out. Something bad happens, we isolate, they let us out.
Hopefully not. We've now got a vaccine, but I get what you're saying, but I can't do more of this online learning thing for now.
That's you, not me.
He has had enough, Marley. Feels like question time. Good. Zen, how are you doing?
I think the government shouldn't have made plans for like June the 1st because people should treat that like it's tomorrow.
Ah, interesting. So you think they shouldn't have said a date at all?
Oh, they should have said when we're going back to school. But
And that's it.
apart from that, because we're happy when we're going back to school. They don't need to tell us extra information.
The parents are happy, less so the kids, according to this whole section.
Yeah.
I like
And-
staying at home because our lessons are my school finishes earlier when we're doing it online.
And you're probably home earlier because you're already at home.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
want to meet friends again.
Yeah.
And Ege, how are you feeling about it, mate?
I'm feeling good about it. Yeah.
Oh, very good. I'm pleased. Good. Well, it's good. Well, it's kind of good, not the school thing, because the schools, that's only like a week away, isn't it? 8th of March. So next week, last week of online lesson. Oh, boo, Marley. But I think we've got a date. Hopefully, we've got a date where we might be back on a squash court, which is the 12th of April. Because gyms are going to be opening, which also means hopefully squash courts will be opening. So we'll be back on a normal squash court after that, I hope. But for next month, we're going to keep these online sessions going. So feel free to sign up for the next ones. Hope you're enjoying them. Today's session. Do you have a question there, Ege?
Yeah. I'm just saying that like on the 5th of March, before I go back to school, like I'm gonna be like moving like near to Oak Hill Park.
You're moving house, are you?
Yeah.
Is that why there's loads of boxes behind you?
Yeah. There's lots of boxes over there. And there.
What are the arrows for, mate? Because there's some that are going up and some that are going down. Is that right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right. Let us begin. So today's session, what we're going to look at is the French influence in squash, or the French approach, or what they refer to themselves as the French trademark. Now, does anyone have any ideas what that might be?
Tennis.
We're talking about squash, mate. Squash. Who's a good French tennis player?
I'm not.
I don't know. I don't watch sport.
Yeah.
I play on clay.
Who?
I play on clay.
You play on clay. I thought you put your hand up to answer the question, who's a good French tennis player?
Nadal.
He's Spanish.
Yeah,
Isn't
but
he?
he's really good at French Open. Thought you knew
Oh,
that.
okay. I swear, isn't he Spanish, Nadal?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was waiting for someone to say Federer, but he's Swiss.
He's Swiss, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's the only one I really know. Where's Djokovic from?
Like Czechoslovakia or something.
Okay. And where's Murray from? Oh, he's gone anyway, isn't he?
Scotland.
Scotland. Okay. But yeah, any ideas about the French approach? What in relation to squash, not tennis? No? Good. Which means, because if you did, it would be a wasted session. Right, so we're going to watch a cut. So normally we do our physical part, and then maybe we sit down, relax a little bit, watch a bit of squash, talk about it, maybe learn something. We're going to do it the other way around to get the squash juices flowing with relation to movement. There's a little hint, hint for you. So I've got two short videos for us to watch. We're going to have a chat after we've watched both of them, two small ones, and then we'll begin our session. And it will be framed after watching those two clips. Okay, I'll set them up for you now. Get yourselves in a position. So the first one is a 5-minute video. The second one's a 3 minutes. So it's not going to be too long. All right, here we go. The first one is a video by Gregory Gaultier. And it's kind of, this was a few years ago when he was world number one. He became number one after winning a tournament 2016. So it's his guide to squash, talks about squash, what's involved in the game. And then we're going to watch a short video from the national coach. Marley, did you just draw on the screen? There's always one, or maybe there wasn't. There's a little, okay. You've been warned.
In the lead up to the 2016 Squash World Championships, we're in France now to catch up with the reigning champion.
Squash is a really complete sport, very demanding physically. You need endurance, you need speed, then there's a lot of tactic. It's a really...
Can everyone else see it?
No, that's because there's like a blank line on top. Yeah.
Yeah, things covering it, so I can't see it like that.
Is this the black line?
Yeah,
No.
and like more appearing.
Is it
Yeah.
gone?
Big box.
No.
Still there.
What's this box? What is this
And
box?
there are lots of boxes.
Drawing this.
Wait a second.
I can't draw in here. Oh yeah,
I think Marnie's drawing it. That's because it has a blank screen.
I'm not drawing it.
Disable the ability.
I drew the little circle, but that's all I
How about that?
Yeah. Okay, the one's gone back now.
I can still see something in front of the screen.
Is it? How much of the screen is it covering, Ira?
Half of it. For me, half
of
of
the
it.
screen.
Yeah, it's gone.
Very much
Next back on.
Goodbye, my love. Goodbye, Evie. Is it really covering half of the screen? In which case, you might have to adjust it your side, because
Oh my God.
Well, I think it's.
Oh, there's a big one now. Okay, it's gone.
Gone?
Yeah.
It's fine.
All right, we're going to watch it.
is what I really like about it. You need to practice a lot to be able to adjust your feet correctly, have the right swing, the right timing. The ball is going really fast. The fastest hitter hits at 270 kilometers an hour. So you need to take the information really quick. You need to try to anticipate as well what your opponent's going to do. And yeah, you have to analyze a lot. It's really complicated, but you need to really think quick as well.
Squash is a dynamic sport requiring a high degree of alertness, especially given the playing surface is on all four walls on the court.
This is a typical squash court here. So it's approximately 10 meters long to approximately 6.5 meters wide. The top line, I think, is about 4 meters high. You've got lines here on top, the top line, and here. So the ball during a rally can never be above this line and can't never touch this tin. You're allowed only one bounce, or you can also volley the ball. So if I play, I can have one bounce or I can volley. In between each shot you hit, you try to come back close to the tee line because this is the center of the court, and this is where you have to try to stay the most of the time if you want to dominate the rally.
The main aspect of a squash player is explosiveness and to be endurant in explosiveness, because matches can last up to 2 hours. So you have to be quick for 2 hours. And then the rest is mainly cognition, where you need to treat as many informations as possible in a very short amount of time.
I think if you want to perform and be the best, every detail really counts. So it can be on the squash court, off court. I do a lot of weights to reinforce the muscles, not to get like big muscles, but like to get enough strength, because we do a lot of lunges. It's important to have also a strong core to also protect your back, but to be able to rotate quick and hit the ball as hard as possible. I'm doing a lot of drills on the court as well to be able to play as close as possible to the side walls, to not give any angles to your opponents.
The difference with, say, table tennis or tennis is that it's two players battling for the same territory, and we play with the four walls. So you have to use all the lines that the players can actually play and be able to read these lines in like a very short period of time.
When we play, it comes to like that much, you know. So we do a lot of repetition drills during the training to be able to get the right control, the right feel before going to the tournaments.
Last year, Gauthier reached the pinnacle of his career when he was crowned squash world champion for the first time.
So winning the world championship was the biggest thing in my life, in my career. I lost 4 previous finals in the past, and I managed to finally get that trophy, and it was like pure relief and a lot of happiness for me, for my team who's been working for me for so many years.
He's been chasing this title for, I would say, for about 20 years. And what made him a world champion is probably his obsession and his dedication. He's got what it takes, to be honest, to become a world champion, and I think he's got the capacities to do it again.
I think trying to defend a title is bring you pressure, but maybe a good pressure, because as I've reached what I wanted already, I'm more relaxed player than in the past. At the end of the day, I've got experiences of winning and of losing it, and I know what it takes to win an event like this now.
Okay. I've hidden the thing. I don't know how to. Oh, there it is. Stop share. Boom. Okay. So that is an overall picture. Here's the more specific 3-minute clip that just takes us through. This is what I'm going to ask questions on, basically. So make sure you're definitely watching this and I'm going to ask your opinion or some information from this one as to what the French approach might be. 1 second. Here we are. That's not it. Go.
The way the French players are really working the movement has to do with, first of all, working on the structure. So we want to have the muscle mass to do that, because you want those muscles to be working and to give you that explosive movement and that power. See, like we say, to get out of the corner, which is really important, as you can see, coming out of the corner, like especially of the defensive position, you see. So the way we work is doing a lot of plyometrics, not necessarily with a lot of weight, but a lot of like specific plyometrics, lunging in different ways, or different corners, but still working on that specific movement, because I think power is needed, but also all the coordination, all those muscles to work together and to be fluid. That doesn't happen at the gym. So if you spend like your entire time lifting at the gym, it's never going to give you that smooth movement back and forth, and that fluidity that we're talking about, which is very important to keep and save and maintain, you see, that same energy level throughout the game and throughout the match. Ghosting is part of our training, of course. We ghost a lot about in like endurance, speed, and in interval. So different kinds of like workouts, and also making sure that we are combining all of that with drills to be able to apply in situation, which is the most important thing. So this is a concept, an approach that has been proven to work well, and it's also very important for us to do that to prevent injuries, and that's really our trademark as well. If you see how long, we can last in general, pretty solid, pretty consistent, tournament after tournament. So not only it is good for some control and efficiency, but also for injury prevention, because we are balanced, we're working on both, like I said, on both legs, both stances, and so then we have that balance in our body, and not only using that right leg, which is a lot of the times, which is the case. So when you do the ghosting and everything, we try to counterbalance, left side, right side, and try to be a bit more neutral. But that's the thing with the Frenchmen all the way down to the junior level and the kids, is to make sure that they are moving specifically well in order to have more options and in order to have that consistency, which is key. So indeed, when someone is playing a French guys, they know that it's going to be tough, because in general we are fit and we are pretty consistent, and we have that trademark.
Right, there's that option. How do I get it back to meeting controls? Where have they gone? Let's hide meeting control. Scroll for, oh Lord. Where have they gone then? They came back a second ago. Ah, press escape. Stop share. There we go. All right. We're in business. Let's go to Kia first.
What's the question?
Question is, thoughts, information, what is the French approach?
So I'm not completely sure, but is it about movement and consistency with your movement?
Okay. Yes, that's definitely part of it. The question, I guess, a bit more in depth is, how is the French approach different to others that you are aware of, perhaps?
I'm not sure. I mean, you should always aim to be fluid and consistent with your movement, shouldn't you?
Definitely.
No matter where you're from, so
Very
I don't
true.
know many approaches according to country, so
it's difficult to say. I would say that the French approach here is unique, not necessarily to countries, but to many different training and coaching situations, even many that you've been in or that we kind of go through as a county, in relation to one particular area, which I'll mention in a minute. But I just wanted to see if people perhaps picked up on it. What about you, Marley? What did you think of the video, or the videos?
Well, the first video, it was telling you just like a lot about the actual court, because I'm pretty sure right at the beginning it told you like how tall the court was and everything, and how to play. The second video, I didn't really understand too much.
Didn't really understand too much.
No.
No worries. And what about you, Zen?
I thought the French approach was different to other approaches because other approaches use weights a bit more. But
Use what, sorry?
Weights a bit more, but they concentrate on agility a bit more.
Okay. Because he mentioned that not using heavy weights and doing a lot more plyometric training. Yeah. And Ira and Ege, do you have anything to add at this stage?
Not really. No.
It's okay. Ira?
Well, I didn't really understand the second video. I didn't really understand it.
Was there a question that you don't, something specific you don't understand?
No, I think it's just like all of it.
Okay. And Kia, what did you want to say?
is it about controlling the space? Because they said battle for territory. So is it about controlling the court and making your opponent fight to get part of the court?
I think that's definitely part of it. So the one thing, I mean, it's all, the video that I've showed you is all about movement, but I think that's one of their biggest strengths, as opposed to shot play or and using it as a strategy, because if they are able to be as fluid and as efficient as possible, and if more so than other players, then that would affect their strategy, because they wouldn't need to be as aggressive in winning rallies, going for attacking shots, because it would mean that if they keep those rallies going on longer and longer, if effectively they're fitter and more efficient, they'll be able to, as the rallies get longer, they'll be able to outlast their opponents through efficiency of movement and kind of play better that way. So it being more of a physical stance. But the specific area that we'll look at today is using the non-traditional leg. So there was the focus on, in the front left corner, for example, using that left leg, which we don't usually really think about, or on the left hand side of the court. If you're right-handed, it's the backhand side, using that left leg a lot because it's faster and more efficient, but perhaps a bit more awkward if you're not used to using it. So when we're going to try a few of those scenarios in a minute and see how they feel, and whether they feel awkward or efficient or fast or slow. But if you've been to our coaching sessions and we talk about ghosting movements, the traditional leg is you go into the front left corner of a squash court and you play the ball off of your right leg. And in the front right corner, you play the ball off of your left leg. And then if you go to the back corners, it's kind of similar. At the back corner, you should probably play it off of your left, and then or your right. And then in the back corner, you play it off of your right. But there is a bit of a tendency for us to be right leg dominant. Now, he mentioned something about right leg dominant and the fact that they really focus on being as neutral as possible on both legs. Now that if they do that, then they can be super efficient, and they can go into each corner as efficiently as possible off the correct leg, or the most efficient leg for that scenario. So we'll look at a few of those situations now when we do our warm-ups and our footwork, okay? And get you kind of to feel and hopefully to think a bit more about which leg you might want to step in with, depending on which area of the court you're in and how that impacts your decision or the shots that you're able to play, and the efficiency. So it's kind of to spark a conversation, really. Let's do it. So let's start with our warm-ups, guys. So if you get into the space that you have, I'm going to jump on here with a different camera so I can show you the footwork. If you start with a gentle jog on the spot, guys, let's do that. Yeah, Ira, let's go. I'm just going to change videos now. Okay, can everyone see me and hear me? Yeah, thumbs up. Great. All right, into some star jumps. Let's go. Good stuff. Okay, into some jogging and punching up in front. Great. All right, put both hands together. We're going to do some upper body rotation. So arms across your body one side, then across your body to the other side. Okay, then we're going to drop your arms down and raise above your head. Drop them down, raise above the head, down, and raise above the head. Really good. Now open up your arms across your chest. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to reach down, touch the floor, and reach up. We're going to go for 6. Okay, 6 in total. Focus on taking lots of deep breaths in. Really good. Okay, and then we're going to do a few lunges. So gentle jog, forward lunge, back into a gentle jog, diagonal lunge. Gentle jog, forward lunge, gentle jog, diagonal lunge. Forward lunge, gentle jog, diagonal lunge. Good, guys. Yeah, that's good, Zen. Keep going. Okay, and stop there. So now we're going to do one warm up for the upper body. Press up position. We're just going to rotate the arms round. If you can't do a press up position, then just skip this one. Okay. Couple more rotations. Great. Good. All right. So just a little reminder of some of our footwork. We're going to go into that now. So we're going to do our lateral footwork first, our lateral movement. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, sides. Let's go into that now. Lateral movement. Good. Well done, Kia. Good, okay. Go on, Ira. Keep it going. Nice, Marley. Yeah, good then. Okay, so now we're going to do our forward-backward movement. So show your side on. We go 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. Okay. Forwards and back. Good, guys. And change legs. So onto the other leg going forwards. Last little bit. Okay, fantastic. So now what we're going to do is introduce a diagonal movement of footwork. Okay, so the diagonal movement of footwork is going to be, imagine I'm facing the camera, so I'm facing 12 o'clock or the front wall. I'm going to go diagonally to my left over here. So I'm going to go diagonally, I'm going to go left 2, 3, back 2, 3. So I'm leading in with my left and back with my right. 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. So diagonally in, but then I'm facing forwards. So diagonally in, facing forwards, diagonally in, facing forwards. 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. Turning, back, turning, and back, turning, and back. 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. So it's that forward and backward movement. We're going diagonally in to the front left corner, leading with our left foot. Looks like you're going over to your right there, Ege. I'm not sure if it's because you've got not too much space. So, Ege, face the front, and I want you to go over to your left. The moment you're going over to your right, that's it. That's your left. And I want you to lead with your left leg. That's good, Kia. When I say lead with your left, you're going to go left 2, 3, then back with your right 2, 3, and then left 2, 3. Now, guys, when you're getting better at this, I want you to either grab your racket or use your arm. And when you step in, you're going to imagine playing a shot there. 2, 3, back 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. Play a shot 2, 3, back 2, 3. Backhand. Back 2, 3. Except Marley, you're going to be playing forehand. So you're going to be 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. Turning 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. Okay. Good, guys. Keep focusing on that. Now, that foot that you're using right now is the non-traditional leg. So everyone stop there just for a second. This movement, I'll show you with both hands there, Marley. So that movement, imagine going into that front left with this left leg, which is your back leg. So the traditional leg is the front leg. But that might take a bit longer to get to because you have to turn your whole body, turn your whole shoulder. But sometimes that one quick step and back is faster. Okay, but if I'm in that position, turning my shoulders to try and get a straight drive might feel physically a bit more uncomfortable, which is why the French have to perhaps work on those areas a bit more so that they are as comfortable doing that as they are as comfortable doing that. Both positions from the same shot, which I think you saw that in one of the clips there. They did exactly the same thing, but off the opposite foot. Okay. So now I want you to do the same thing, but front right, leading with your right leg. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. Marley, you'll be left handed there, you'll be going 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. I'm going to be going in there, back 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. Okay, guys, really nice. In 2, 3, back 2, 3. Well done. Have a look. Yeah, well done, Ege. Good. Fantastic. What time is it? Half an hour. 10. 10. Okay, cool. All right, guys, stop there. Stop there. Good stuff. Grab a quick sip of water, because now we're going to go into our physical section. We might come back to a bit more footwork in a little bit, but we're going to move into our physical section where we're going to ramp it up a little bit.
I don't have any water here. Can I just go get some quickly?
Yeah, sure. Go on then, Ira. All right. Whew. How did we find practicing some of those positions? I mean, it's a little bit more interesting as you go further back down the course. So we were just looking at those front two corners. Where if we start to look at the back corners using those opposite legs, it can really start to highlight quite quickly how much faster it is, even if a bit uncomfortable with our shoulders, depending on which side. It can be a bit faster using that non-traditional leg. How did that feel for you guys?
I would say good.
I'm glad, Ege. Good. Everyone else? Normal? Fine?
So I've always mixed my legs around because I could never get the hang of only using one. So kind of get.
So that's quite normal for you.
Yeah, because in tennis you switch the legs around just depending on your position. So I started squash much later, so I could just never get the hang of just using one leg.
Good. Well, that's even better because you're able to use both. Because you shouldn't just use one anyway. We try and encourage people to be able to use both legs, but tend to lean towards one or the other in most scenarios because we think it's a bit easier or more comfortable. But we'd like you to be able to play off of both legs. But what about you, Marley? How did you find that? You're on mute, mate.
I found the forehand like pretty simple, but the backhand didn't feel right.
Because on that backhand for you, front right, it's turning even more round with the wrong leg. So ordinarily where you step in with your, let's see if I can show you one. Use my camera here. So Marley, you're left-handed. So here, ordinarily you'd come up here, turn, you've got the front leg in, you've got your left arm, and then you play. But now the right leg is kind of in your way, and your shoulder is not round as it would be with the front leg. It would already be there for your backhand. But now you've stepped in here, and what's required, your racket's hit, what's required is for you to get into this awkward position to get the shoulders all the way around. It's kind of not a natural position, is it, Marley? Feel free to put yourself off mute so I can hear you.
Yeah, no.
Then you're there. Now, what's interesting is what happens when you start looking at the back corners. If I'll use my right hand for now, is that is quite easy for us who are right-handed, getting here because your racket's up on the same leg. But for you, Marley, again, that would be quite hard to get using the right leg, but your left arm because instead of just playing it there, you still need the racket to be behind the ball. But on this side, for us right-handers, that position with the left leg now is even harder. But for you, it's more natural because your arm's here ready, and you play with the same leg, same arm, boom, forehand. Whereas for us, that's going to be harder because we need to get our shoulder round as well. So we kind of all have our unique challenges in these corners, but it's faster from a movement perspective, but harder from a technical perspective, I think. That's something, yeah, I hope some of you will understand that. Others, it doesn't really matter. Again, don't worry too much if it's not making 100% sense. Ira, are you still with us? Are you back with us from your drink?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Are we ready to do some exercise, everyone? Woohoo! Say yeah. Great. So what we're going to do is we've got some Tabata little circuits for everyone. Are there any movements that we can't do, Kia?
Just plank and side plank and press ups.
All right.
If I can't do something, I'll
keep
just
your
take
microphone on just in case I need to adjust them throughout this. So the first one, burpees. Burpees? Burpees are okay, Kia?
Yeah.
All right, so the first one, we're going to do burpees. The second one, we're going to do tuck jumps. Zen, I'm going to need you to demonstrate, mate. Okay, Zen is spotlighted. Can you show me what a tuck jump is, please, Zen? But adjust the camera up a bit, mate. Adjust the camera up so we can all see you. Yeah, that looks good. So he's going to jump and he's going to raise his knees up nice and high. Now, what you could do is go tuck jump, tuck jump, tuck jump as fast as you can. So you could do that, or you could do, stop there, thank you. You could do little bounce on your toes, and then tuck jump. Little bounce on your toes, bounce on your toes, then tuck jump. Could you show us that, please, then? Bounce, bounce, tuck jump, bounce, 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 tuck. Cool. So that's up to you guys. If you take it really seriously and go tuck jump every single time, or that's enough, Zen, thank you. So that's exercise 1 and exercise 2. Exercise 3, what we're going to do is fast lunges. So this one, it's kind of fast ghosting. So let me just spotlight my video. So what we're doing here is whether you have a racket or not, it doesn't matter. We're kind of in the T position. We're going fast lunge there, fast lunge here, one behind you. Different movements, different positions, fast lunges, kind of a little bit of ghosting if you've got the space to do so. And then the last one we're going to do, exercise 4, is 3 squats, 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to hold. It's going to be a squat hold. We're going to hold in that position for the rest of the 20 seconds. Okay, so we've got 4 exercises. We're going to do 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, until we get through to 4 minutes and through all 4 exercises twice. Any questions about those exercises?
Nope.
Lovely. Let's do it then. So we've got burpees to start, guys. Burpees, 20 seconds. On your marks. Get set. Go. Go, 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 go. Keep it going. And rest, guys. Okay, next one, we've got tuck jumps in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good. Get those knees nice and high. Two, 1, and rest. Good. 10 seconds rest, and then we're going into burpees again. Well done, guys. Don't have any water in between, Ira. Okay, and go. Burpees. Really good, guys. And rest. Okay, we've got our tuck jumps next. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. 20 seconds. Good. Get the knees nice and high, Ege. Come on, mate. Knees nice and high up in front. And rest. Good. Okay. Exercise 3, which is the fast lunges. So get your racket if you've got the space. Fast lunges in 2, 1. Let's go. So think about different lunges, Ege. Go. 1 at the front, side lunge. Good. Try not to jump so much, Ege. It's lunging, mate. 1 leg in, 1 leg to the side. Good. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, and the last one is the 3 squats and hold, starting 3 squats, and then we're going to hold that position in 2, 1. Let's go. 3 squats, fast. And we're going to hold, arms out. Very good.
How much seconds do we have to hold it out?
Until the 20 seconds, which is in 2, 1, and relax. Last minute. So we've got fast lunges and then your squats in 2, 1, fast lunges, go. Good. Different angles there, Marley. Some from the side, nice and fast. Use your footwork. Think about the non-traditional leg. Think about that French movement. Good, guys. And rest. Okay, last one is going to be your 3 squats, holding until the end of the 20 seconds. All right. In 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3. And hold. Well done. Almost there. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. Good, guys. Bit of a rest. Bit of a sip of water. Okay. Well done. All right. Have a bit more rest. How was that, Zen? Good? Nice. You must be getting really fit now with these circuits, I imagine, with the combination of what you're doing midweek. We're going to have another minute's rest, guys, and we're going round 2. One more round.
Round 2 already.
Wow, I mean, another minute's rest, mate. Not already, not straight in. All right. Any questions about any of the exercises there? No. Good. A little bit more rest, another 20 seconds, and we'll start.
Ooh, so tired.
All right.
No more croc. Okay.
All right, you ready, guys? So we're going to do burpees first. Girls ready? Burpees in 3. Wait for Marley. Jump up. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good, guys. And rest. And next one, tuck jumps. Let's go. Jumps up to the knees, mate. Okay, get the knees up nice and high. And rest 10 seconds. Okay, burpees are next. And let's go, burpees. Good, doing well, guys. Keep it going. You've got 2, 1, and rest. Tuck jumps are next. 2, 1, let's go. 20 seconds. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, so we're on to the fast lunges. Fast lunges are next. Get your rackets ready if you've got space. 2, 1, let's go.
Lunges. Lunges, okay.
Good, fast lunges. Ghosting that position. Rack it up there, Reggae. Good boy. Well done, Ira. Keep it going. Nice, Marley. Change in position with the fast lunges. Woo! 2, 1, and rest. Okay, 3 squats and hold.
3 squats. 1, 2, 3.
Not yet, not yet, mate, not yet. And go.
1, 2, 3. Ah, crap.
Hold that position. 11 seconds. Hold at the bottom. Really good. 2, 1, and rest. Last minute, guys, we've got fast lunges. And go, fast lunges, 20 seconds. Really nice. And rest. And the squats are next. And go. Squats to finish. 3 squats and hold.
3.
And rest there, guys. Rest. Well done. Grab a drink. Really good. All right. Good stuff, guys. Well done. So I'm going to spend a couple of minutes showing you these next exercises. So we've kind of condensed our exercise section into what we're going to do next, or sort of into this part. So we're going to go straight into another round of Tabata. But the 4 exercises we have coming up are, we have some lunge jumps to start with. Now the lunge jumps, you can choose either to keep them nice and light on your feet here, or you can take them a bit more seriously, dropping the knee down and jumping up higher. Okay, that would be a bit harder. The second one is mountain climbers. So that's in that press up position here, throwing the knees in nice and far. Okay, that's 20 seconds, really to raise the heart rate. Now the next 2, I need you to practice with me. So I need you to drop down into a plank position. Okay, but when you get into that plank position, here with your forearms. I then want you to take your forearms a few inches further forwards and really extend and hold that further out in front. Okay, it could be a few inches or it could be a foot. Kia?
Yeah, I can't do that one.
That's okay. For you, I want you to do a back press with cycling legs. So a back press is pushing your lower back into the floor and extending the legs out here.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
You can do that one. For everyone else, have you all practiced your plank position but a bit further out in front? Yeah? Okay, and then everyone can do this last one, which is a V-sit with toe touch. So it's a V-sit here. Whoop. Arms are out in front. We're going to reach forwards, extend forwards, and touch the opposite toe as you're extending forwards. And extend, and extend. So practice that, everyone. Let's see you all have a go at that before we begin. Okay, have you tried it? Get down, practice it, mate. Okay. All right. I think we're all set. So we've got our 4 exercises. The first 2 are aimed at really raising the heart rate. The second 2 are core exercises to work on our abs. Are you ready? Lunge jumps for 20 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Go, 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 guys. Come on. Yeah, nice, Kia. Well done, Ege. 2, 1, and rest. Mountain climbers next. Get into the press up position. And go. And rest. Okay, jumping lunges are next. And go. Good, guys. Almost there. 2, 1, and rest. Into the mountain climbers. Press up position, everyone. And go. Two, 1, and rest. Okay, we're on to the plank extension. Okay, get into that plank position now, guys. Then we extend it forwards. Go, go, go. And begin. For you, it's a back press cycling legs, Kia. Okay, so try and keep your bum down as well. Extend it slightly further forwards than you might ordinarily, because this one, a normal plank, you can hold for 45 seconds to a minute. 2, 1, and rest. Good. So flip yourselves round onto your bum. So we're going to do that V-sit, extension, opposite toe touch reach. In 2, 1, let's go. Two, 1, and rest. Okay, plank extension, go. Plank extension. And rest. Okay, last 30 seconds. We've got our V-sit alternate toe tap in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Well done, Ege. Good, Ira. Good. Try and lean back a bit more there, Zen, because otherwise it's not going to be very hard. You have to be leaning back. Good, Marley. Well done. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Woo. Well done. Enjoy a bit of rest. Couple of minutes rest. Little sip of water. Let's have put your microphones on just for a minute. We'll have a bit of a chat. What are you taking away from today's session, everyone? Who'd like to go first?
To use both legs when you're lunging, and if you have the option, it's good to have the option.
Definitely. What about you, Zen?
Same as here.
Sorry?
It's good to have a to alternate between legs when you're lunging.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to practice both positions when you're ghosting as well, so that you're ready. Marley, it doesn't. I mean, it's kind of there weren't 10 separate focuses of today's session, so it's really only one. But what are you specifically taking away? What did you find helpful, if anything?
Well, it's kind of like the same as most people, but it's more of making sure I use the right leg at the right time.
Yeah.
I always switch between my legs, and I can never really, it's not decide, but never really use one frequently on one side.
Okay. And Ege and Ira, are you taking anything away? Have you learned anything today? Yeah, Ege?
Just what you're doing. Yeah.
Good. And Ira?
Like lunging, lunging and stuff like that.
I didn't really hear you there, apart from you said lunging, Ira. You're on mute at the moment. You're still on mute, Ira.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, that's right.
Okay, so I think lunging and doing movement.
You just kind of reinforced that for you, did it?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, cool. Here we go. Round 2 of the core circuit, and then we're done. Home time, although you're all at home anyway. And that's it for another week. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. So one more round, starting with lunge jumps. Lunge jumps. In 3, 2, 1. 20 seconds, go. Three, 2, 1, and mountain climbers. Let's go. Sorry, 10 seconds rest. 10 seconds rest. Sorry. 2, 1, mountain climbers. And rest. And go. Let's go. Split lunges. Nice, Marley. Good. Well done, Zen. 2, 1, and rest. Mountain climbers are next. 2, 1, let's go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, next one. Plank extension. Let's go. Extend those arms just a little bit further forwards, makes it quite a bit harder because we're only holding for 20. And rest. Okay, V-sit, alternate toe tap. An exercise of my own invention. Up until now, it is my own invention, unless any of you have seen it before. Let's go. Try and lean back a bit more there, Marley. You'll feel it a little bit more, a little bit harder. And rest. Okay, plank extension. Starting in 2, 1. Last minute, guys. Let's go. Last little minute. Three, 2. You're doing mountain climbers, Marley. It's a plank extension, mate. And rest. The last one's going to be the V-sit, toe tap. In 2, 1, let's go, guys. Let's go. Really good. Try and extend forwards to get that toe tap rather than just move the feet forwards. Try and extend. It makes it a bit harder. Well done. Good, Ege. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Well done, everyone. Really good. Really nice. That's it for today. That's it for today's session. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. That's it for our February sessions. We've got another exciting set of sessions lined up for next month to keep you connected to Middlesex Squash and coaching with yours truly on the Saturday. So if you're keen to keep them going, keep some fitness, keep a bit of a conversation going about squash, then sign up for those guys, because we'll be going another 4 in March. And I suspect after that, we'll be back on court, fingers crossed, April 12th, with all of this new knowledge, all of our footwork we've been working on. We'll be able to put it into practice and go get straight in with a head start. So have a great weekend, guys. I'll see you next week.
Bye, Steve.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.